You are watching Eswatini TV. Sibuko seMaswati.
Right place, right moment here at Eswatini TV. Hello and welcome. A beautiful Monday, of course, as we bring you live this edition of Temidlalo. The date of today, of course, is the 21st of June. The year is 2021. A couple of things, of course, to talk about today. When you look at the fact that the Euro 2021 are still on course, it does not mean local activities are not taking place. They are taking place. And, of course, things are getting into perspective. If you look at some of the things that took place over the weekend and also upcoming weekend, we'll be touching on Darts Association having one of their first activities this past weekend after, of course, they were also given a green light to proceed with the activities. Also touch base with our top athlete in 100 and 200 female, Bongio Mahlalira, after, of course, what she did during the national championships. She's going to be, talking, in an interview, of course, we had with her. And, of course, we're going to see some of her action over the weekend. She was in the Republic of South Africa competing in an international competition. Otherwise, T20 Cricket Seniors League is getting very, very, is getting improved. Looking at how teams currently are performing compared to last year, we'll talk about some of the clubs, including the Mbabane Cricket Club and the Malkensky Cricket Club that were in action over the weekend. Otherwise, 6 days before the Men Day. When you talk about Men Day, we're talking about the National Football Association presidential election. The three men who are fighting for the office. By this time, Monday next week, we know who is the president. So before that, we'll take a build up to that to see what are the expectations. Our colleague Linda Lamine, of course, took a drive to Louvre to find who was once the former president, Patrick Twene, and have a chat with him. And he told us that some of the things that should be expected once a new president is in office. We'll talk about that. And of course, under the Referees Association, it's hitting. Now, over the weekend, there were reports that 10 Premier League referees have been suspended. We'll also talk about that. We had a short conversation with the Referees Association chairman, who's also going to be, giving us an interview to tell us what's really happening. Have they been made aware of the situation of the referees that have been, suspended? Otherwise, we'll cross to Europe, where the center stage is for everyone. The current Euro 2020 that is taking place, whereas Eswatini TV, we're also broadcasting those games. Otherwise, those that are the topics that will be discussed here live at Eswatini TV through your school channel. You can catch us through Eswatini TV app, we are live, and through our YouTube channel, we are live. The entire time, I'm going to be with our in-house experience. Talk about, analysis, talk about information, talk about reliable sources, talk about breaking news. He is our main man, Linda Lamine. He's already in the house.
Fabrice, sibalwami. Ngikuthoba lokukhulu ngivusela imali viewers. Yeah. Kube Fabrice ma sports lamane kakhulu njengoba soshilo labanye babuyile back ku action kwecala this past weekend in a controversy ke mhlambe ne build up leya kuma elections nayo siyayibona kunema suggestions ma opinions dineng letinvo labanye bafuna likhetho lingachubeki dineng letinvo but ngicabanga ukuthi lesikhathi sisichubeka sitahamba ngakunye
we'll go as time allows, and of course to hit the ground running. Stauqala ngama Darts Master over the weekend. Of course, Darts Association, they were inactive. So I would see they are also one of the sporting courts masters. Ngasho would see little corner. Maybe if Labakaranga can be provided, my sponsors, they can get further. You took a visit also, over the weekend to see where the tournament was being held. What did you take of notice? What in must?
Fabrice, this past weekend, Darts beka qale ema games awo league lapha ecorrectional kumathapa gymnasium badlala ke Fabrice akhona ema teams people are happy ukuthi eMatas finally abuyile because basho nebulukhuni ukuthi bebulukhuni kangakanani kuhlala ungadlali kanti le sports bese bazama ukuthi bese basibambile so ngicabanga ukuthi I relief kulama players relief ku association because kuhlala nebamvu bangadlali Fabrice so ngicabanga ukuthi baningi laba happy Fabrice
Master le sport nangizibuka ngicabanga ukuthi it's beneficial both to the young kids laba sesikolweni nangibuka lethi Tfombe but another thing befuna ukuthenza yona kakhulu ngizaba equipment the equipment ngathi immovable master ungathatha le board uhambe nalo ngeke ukhale ukuthi udinza yokudlala 2 outfit kude maybe ungaba lisithi ngose outfit it's only when you're partaking part of a competition otherwise you need a grand hall as we see and they're keeping social distance under the current conditions kahle the sport less master nokuvula ingcombe at the end of the day
yeah Fabrice uteka nenzaba setikolweni ngeke ngacocisana nalomnye lama players on the day uqedza esikolweni 2019 washo ukuthi kumsite kakhulu ukuthi esikolweni bebadlala lama darts so ngilele sibuye sihlale sikusho Fabrice ukuthi letikolweni asesinvesting kukhona kakhulu because titikola letinye lenjengabolangeni tiyakwenda lokho so ngicaba ukuthi kuyabenefit lama associations including nalabanye lasebabatsala one old man from Malkens naye wakhuluma ukuthi yena vele beke egarage lakhe bekade bekelele ibot lakhe a practice so vele inyalo lusabuye ehlangana nalabanye bamvu nalabanye badlali kumsita kakhulu ngicabanga ukuthi beku start and uyabona ukuthi bamvu bebakulambele kanganani kubuye badlali
sports before we listen to Subsiso Burgess who is the acting president of the association the sport master at some point they were criticized as also we've talked about pool ukuthi ngile sport ukhanze isikhathi lesinengi idlalelwa etinzweni tekujabulisa idarts nayo ngathi at some point beyikulo hlangothi ukuthi at some point ukhanze banenge bayidlala esikhathini sekujabulisa engabe so far master have they now shifted in a professional way to say not to say ukuthi idlalelwa kuletindzawo lethu
true that Fabrice growing up as a village boy myself bengicabanga vele ukuthi eMatats adlalwa kuleto tindzawo leto lochoko but since ngibe involved in sports lesikhashanyana lengibe naso sengibonile ukuthi cha akusiko ukuthi mhlambe izidlalwa bamvu labathanza kunatha leto tinazo noma lama board ahlala look at that that's correctional services facility gymnasium kude nje tshwala longakhuluma ngabo la so ngicabanga ukuthi kancane le mentality kithi thina eMaswati because in other countries South Africa more especially in England this is a sport labaphila ngaso full time they are professionals badlala eMatats professional and bahola imalibamba kunabo World Cup beMatats so ngicabanga ukuthi nathi kancane sisitawufika kulezinga lo because lana Fabrice akudzingi nothi utshela ukuthi wena no mina ngalimala enyaweni angeke ngize ngidlale this kudzinga nje ingcondo focus bese ne accuracy so ngicabanga ukuthi nathi simaswati siya kuyo leyo direction leyo
and talk about the direction of course we are at a point where the sport itself is growing in the country it is growing and we have got big ambitions when it comes to that association now Subsiso Burgess is telling us now how things are the tournament they were involved in and moving forward in other things to take from him as the acting president of the association this is Subsiso Burgess
smart darts sizame ukuthi sanzise tindzawo tethu tekudlalela with the agreement negalozitha correctional kanye nembabane so siqale saba ne training ye covid njengoba ubona nje kude lo dawudlala ngafaka imask le training isithetheke nabo bonke bokapteni labakhona so that sizoqala lokujima from ema teamini lokpractice lokwenda yonke lama covid protocols so ngiko nje sikulungisa kakhulu before siqale lokudlala so make sure ukuthi sonke siyadilungisela ukuthi nakudlalwa sonke siya comply with the covid protocols kusho ukuthuthuka kwaso ngoba bese sihleli kakhulu sesingasakhona ukudlala but nje sebabuyele badlali that so active and so excited so yebo kona i-COVID is affectile ngoba lamanye ama-team akakhona ukubuya ngenxa yayo le COVID ukuthi khanze ukuthi ama-sponsors abo i-COVID iba-affect in such a way ukuthi abasakhona ukuphinza babafande ukuthi bangabuya abadlali but nje labo labakhona babuyile bajoyina nalabanye ama-team to reinforce so kusho kona kuthuthuka kwale sport going again.
Of course, they are back to action after quite some time, and of course, he's explained it. All the rules, the fundamentals, and everything they have gone through since they are back to action. They are not only sport that was active over the weekend. Talk about sports that are improving in the country. You talk about the cricket. Cricket is one of the sports. My colleague here, our in-house analyst Linda Dlamini, has so much passion for now. They were playing the ongoing, T20 Men's Senior League was getting momentum over the weekend at the Malkens Country Club. He was there, as usual, he took a visit to the Malkens Country Club. When he got there, I think he found two clubs in a hit. That is Babane Cricket Club and Malkens Cricket Club. And then Master Uzame Nabo, this year's league, ingenelwe about 10 to 11 teams. The standards seem to be improving. To you, Master, as someone who understands cricket better, what did you take notice of what you saw over the weekend?
Fabrice, njoba usho ukuthi sikhanze ukudlala two teams babane cricket club ne team yakhona eMalkens. Fabrice, over the years bekumane ngicishe bodatasa ama teams la strong cishe ngilawo ama teams la beka enabadlali abacishe babonakala ukuthi ngathi le sport bas understand ngcono, but now uvala abadlali more especially babane cricket club batimisela ukuthi this year they want to end le dominance yawo lama teams lawo lagcwele mhlambe eMaswati la from Asia nangasho kanjalo. So ngule spirit lesifuna kusibona kule sport less njoba usho ileague le yalama teams ala Eswatini and ke Fabrice ukhuluma nge-T20.
Yes.
Lo mnye umbukela utawubuta kusi lama T20 one day tournament i-T20 ikanjena Fabrice nakuthiwa T20 kusho ukuthi lama overs ang-20 aladlalwako kule league.
Yes.
Ema overs ke Fabrice ngeke ngasho
ngale over le.
No, this is this nyalo nje ujika ibhola eqala i-over inye inemabhola lang5.
Yes.
Lokusho ukuthi each team itawudlala 20 wema overs ayo. Lokusho ukuthi itawujika le bhola ithi 1 2 3 4 5 that's one over. As abeng 20.
So this was one of the part of the overs.
Yes, so emabhola ang100. Kulo 20 overs. So le league ikanjalo le format ya le league ngile T20 vele lesihlale siyibona because even in the World Cup there is a T20 World Cup then kunale linye World Cup. So ngicabanga ukuthi nakhona mina ngithanza le spirit salabadlali because nangabe kunema teams la sa dominate isikhathi lesithe. In fact angitsithini sine mentality ukuthi i-cricket itsanva the players from Asia. So if ama players against because kukhuluma captain wasembabane cricket club wakhuluma wathi sifuna ukuyicetha le dominance seba dominate isikhathi lesithe. So I'm happy ngalokho.
All right, talking about the dominance, of course, the association also is quite happy with what's happening. Teams are now rediscovering themselves to see where they're supposed to be. Mandla Dlamini, the association's administration officer in the company of the captains, also is expressing the standard and how happy they are as an association. Listen to him.
Fasi bene eparty ukuthi singakhona ukucuthelana kahle because the other teams bekase zingende lisetulu impela. But ke sesidlalile we are almost sesitawucethana le tournament yethu. Sicuthelene icishe kuleli tafula lethu I think ama teams lebeka khona bekala kubo 6-7 and sing number 2 from the bottom. Maqembu la khona ikhona iPark 11 ababhicana ne-radio shop sebavele sebayi team lesetulu futhi sibukile ne-Rogues nayo beyi team lesezingende lesetulu.
How's it? Russell Packard, captain of MCC. It's good to be here and chat to you guys. And yeah, it's a good fun game. Good weather. Winter's here. It's a bit cold, but yeah, we're having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it into finals last year. We'd like to make it again. Got a big game. If we ended up in the playoffs, a big game against Pack 11. They're a pretty strong side. Dada are one of the teams to look at. Yeah, I think they were the teams that gave us the biggest run last year. But it's good fun, It's good to have a league here in Swaziland. A lot of teams, a lot of interest. Good to have a lot of Swazi players involved, and just good fun all over. Yeah.
Kule ndzebe lena ema-team ladlala ku-11 sidlala i-T20 format. Lizinga lalo mdlalo nosijabula kakhulu. Siyabona ama-teams ngishilo okay ama-teams akhona ang-11. So sibonile ama-teams ethu ayangedeka. Lo ngikhuluma nje kunema-teams lamathathu lafuna ukujoin lana la sa-applyele ukuthi afuna ukuparticipate. So lizinga lihamba kahle kakhulu. Ama-teams a-improvile and siyajabula bonana-ke ama-team eMaswati nawo le sports azidlala kahle kakhulu. Standard sa cricket siyakhula impela la eSwatini. Lengibonile kuhlukile this time le performance lama teams ngathi ikahle kakhulu. So ngibona like lama teams bekwenza ukuthi abasemuva kule tournament lena cishe le performance yawo isedulu akhona lama teams amancane ashaya lama teams besicabanga ukuthi no are the best. So ngibona ukuthi lama teams kunyende utimisa lokukhona.
Ligama le tournament
sithini ECA Senior Men's T20 League. Yeah.
Mandla Dlamini had to confirm it. It's a seniors men T20 league, one of the best league that we have here in the country for cricket association. He was the man to speak there, Mandla Dlamini. He was previously, the other previous speakers in the interview were Sibongiseni Dlamini and Russell Pakwat. Beautiful words, Master. In the interest of time, anything you want to say about those comments?
Ngithanda le spirit njengoba ngishilo ukuthi bayakhuluma and captain wase Malkens ukhuluma kakhulu vele yena ukuthi le energy nakubadlali bakhe but mhlambe Fabrice ke nangisakhuluma ngala ma overs ngithe 5 kana ngi6 6 bephambala tenjelweni lapho 6 balls per over. Yes,
so 120.
Okay,
yes, there you have it. That's what he does. He has to remember what he said. If he misinformed you, he retakes himself and say the right words to you. Otherwise, moving forward, other sporting codes, other association that seem to be improving their standard. Under Athletic Association, the number one in the country under the female category, 100 and 200 meters, Bonge Matleda was in the Republic of South Africa. Prior to that, he received a sponsorship of above 1,000 Marangen of dress code. So then she disappeared for the tournament in South Africa. Dlamini, followed this, young lady closely from the moment, Master. She was sponsored, I think, on Thursday or Friday to her trip to South Africa on Saturday and Sunday. And what I like, Master, some invite la emoyeni waveta tikalo take ukuthi I want someone long sita na kuna. Ukuthi vele the platform lena yasita.
Kakhulu Fabrice kakhulu in fact bengikhuluma naye vele on Thursday washo ukuthi kumsite kakhulu eSwatini TV kwaqala lokuthi le national champs a broadcastwe kwesibili ukuthi abuye la showini and I must say this Fabrice ukuthi we promote sports thina la vele umuntu wenda kahle stam promoter and kwase ukuthi ngalesine wathola sponsorship Funky Pants bamsponsorisha ngawo lama title egijima on Saturday bahamba ke baya South Africa bayocompete ku league Asian League yakhona South Africa. Look at her waphuma number 1 ku 200 meters
lo usembili
24 seconds 38 so kujengisa kona waphinza 100 meters again waphuma ba number 1 bekubukakala ngathi batamshiya but wakhona kusa recover awine.
This is outstanding, Master. You shouldn't take it for granted. That's bolt there.
Bolt 100 meters Feb akazanga gijima kahle bamshiya vele but ku 200 cishe ngikhona la ashaya khona betithi nengileti ngijima tatala ka Fabrice sorry bonge umahlalela siphesihle Dlamini Sipho Maxwell beba neng Fabrice so ngicabanga ukuthi ama Mercedes bonke lama athletes lahamba aya eSouth Africa emalokali club ema reps onke lalahamba eSouth Africa club emareps. So ngicabanga ukuthi yinvo lenhle lento angilethi ngile club emareps ukuthi bahambise ema-athletes abo ayothola le exposure more especially bona laba labancane Sibusiso yena bekazama isikhathi sekulungiselela ama-Olympics isikhathi sequalifier bonke bamahlalela bakalungiselela yena ma-Commonwealth Games letako kulomnyaka lotako. So uyabona ukuthi le lokulungiselela akuqali nje ukuthi kuthiwa 3 months siya kuma-Commonwealth kulomnyaka lotako kulomnyaka lotako. I'm happy for this young lady. I'm really happy because le sport usithathe ngatandla dot imbili uyatraina uyatimisela and now move aya competition excited.
It is quite exciting, Master, because I think Master, what they want to hear at this point in time, not to say that I'm protecting them, not to say what they are fighting Swaziland no more Pumalenzines. Let's usher in new new figures, new faces. Bongio Matlalera has been for the longest time coming second behind Pumalenzines. She is now preparing. I think the only biggest tournament she had this year is the national championship. Build up to that, it's 2 preparations. Now she has gone there internationally. She competed with others. Look at the performance against Swaziland. Subsiso Matsenjwa, he won't take this off. He won't be offended. He's our friend, he's my friend. So he was there the entire since I think September. He's been in South Africa, but his performance was not that good. Fine, he went to Zambia, he did well, but this one wasn't good. But Matlalera needs that credit. She did well. Master Naubuga, what she did. If other clubs can do that, singafika kuphi ngama-athletics?
Singafika kashane Fabrice. All we need administrators la tsandzako ema-sports langafuni kujaga ema-results because u-investa ngihlale ngikhuluma kanengi Fabrice ukuthi ku-invest ama-sports usuke ungashela ukuthi after a year ngidabe sesengiyabenefit. No, uya-investor. I-investment nawukhuluma even financially nawukhuluma investment wathi ukuthi utawubeka 200 ebhanga umbekela for the next 10 years. Nangala kuma-sports uinvestela ukuthi lo mdlali 5 years 6 years 7 years utabe sayithola. Look at Bonge Matlalela uqale egijima ana 16 about 4 years ago agijima bamshiya but akazanga give up nyalo so dominate. And nawubuka le tickets takhe ubuka ukuthi ku 200 meters 24 seconds shot ukusub 24 100 meters ukusub 12 ngicaba ukuthi asiko bad as lesikhathi sichubeka simgazile ukuthi 200 meters abuye ku 23 100 meters abuye ku 11 then sistabe sesiyasho ukuthi we ready ukuthi ayima Olympic Games ayo compete.
They have it. So much work to be done, of course. A learning curve to other sporting association within the athletics industry. Good stuff from Bonge Matlalera. Otherwise, talking about things that are getting hectic, it's under the referees, industry. All the referees now will have to take this special attention and listen to our conversation now. It has been allegedly reported. Nothing has been confirmed yet. It has been allegedly reported that a couple of referees have been suspended. 10 Premier League referees have been suspended. Now, a source close to the matter is that it has everything to do with their salaries per match. Apparently, we're going to hear from Sipho Gnene, the chairman of Referees Association. It's about 350 Malangeni per game from Premier League referees and 200 Malangeni National First Division. The difference. And then there's the issue of also taxing that money. I think that's where the noise came from, allegedly, once again. Master, I want us to listen to Sipho Gnene, the chairman of Referees Association, but now it's why at some point, the issue is not new. Football Association came into the face, what's your take on this issue? And then we'll analyze, but what's your take? The suspension on its own. We piggy would see in his office, nothing has been received, but rumors are there outside the 10 referees have been suspended. They can't officiate, which means there's congestion now in the upcoming Premier League games.
Fabrice, about a week ago, ngathola thinking about 4 wema referees akhala ukuthi imali yabo itaxiwe. Sazama sakhuluma nalabafanele labakhulumisa leto ndzaba leto but bayibalekela lendzaba leyo. Sekuyavela ke leti ndzaba nyalo ukuthi boRafaela vele imali yabo ithethwe and labanye basuspendiwe. Lengicabanga ukuthi kubhlungu kakhulu. In fact, the referees le mali abayiholayo incane kakhulu, and I always say iboRafaela kahle i-Referees Association i-Under Football Association in South Africa before kubuye i-COVID kwaba nale nkinga ukuthi iboRafaela besafa kani Premier League ufuna kubasebenzisa. Lengicabanga ukuthi FA la kumele ukuthi kube nguye under i-Referees Association lo hamba a negotiate na Premier League ukuthi labamvu bethu lenibasebenzisako kwecala imali encane, kwesibili le mali letaxwa labathexwa yona inkulu kakhulu because
33% wa 350 master, sorry to catch. Nangibuka 33 kusho ukuthi uyekhaya na 290.
290 Fabrice uhambe kusene ekhaya wayosebenta
uofficiate iKing Sobus
enhlangano wena ubhalisa 290. So ngicabanga ukuthi asibake bahlale njengoba ngisho asibake bahlale yona we need the referees. In fact I was happy nangiva all three candidates labafuna kuba president bayiteka indzaba yabo Rafaela. Lengicabanga ukuthi if boRafaela bethu stababhadala 350 per game sithini sibhebhetela thine ukuthi baba bribe yini, because kutawuchamuka umphathi weteam afike umphathi weteam kuRafaela athi ngina 2000 not even 2000 athi nginikele game ngiyiwine le game. Angeke nahlale le mali leyo athi abuke lo 290 lata ujika naye ayikhaba abuke lo 2000. So ngicabanga ukuthi le tinvo leti asti avoideni kuze kuthi labamvu bangatikhanzisa basesilingweni ababhadalo, because yes yona imali sponsor incane kodwa asezameni kuthi labo Rafaela benyuselwe le mali.
More to talk about that, of course, pertaining to this issue. This is Sipognene, the Referees Association. However, there is a referees committee, there is there's a Referees Association, and then there's also this specific point. Now let's talk about what he said. We'll listen to him first and we'll react to what he said with the words and with the analysis after his interview.
Mphathi kodwa liqiniso lithi kusete as NRA lesinako in terms of the suspension yabo Rafaela or anything lengathinta bo Rafaela, because sicabanga ukuthi as a stakeholder nangabe ibhola ikhona lekwendile kubo Rafaela as our members itawusatisa nabo ke bo Rafaela nangabe kukhona ibhola lese ikwendile kubo as our members batawusatisa, but for now kusete lokho official lesekutholile. Therefore ngiyete ngasho ukuthi kunjani, but I know ukuthi kukhona ukukhuluma lesesenako thine eofficeini as iRA Football Association and PLE. Ngicabanga ukuthi ngiloko lengingakusho kwanyalo lokhu ngasenda ukuthi sithathe an official stand to say sisakhulumisana nebhola as an RA. Bebe liqiniso lithi vele sinaso lesikhalo sokuthi imali yabo Rafaela Nkosi yami even la kangwane iseseyincane kakhulu, noma ke isesephazi as compared to kule league lesiyidlalisako. Singasho nje ukuthi ka Premier League basasinika 350 and ka First Division basiniketa 200 emalangeni. Lo ungasho ukuthi vele kude lesakuthola, kodwa ke etinkulumeni sisesenato vele letinze futhi lesicabanga ukuthi titawuthi tiyawufika ekupheleni siyawube nathi sesikutholile lokufanele. Sisakhulumisana ke ngalendzaba yemholo ne both Football Association na PLE, because la maholo vele asesengiwo lasigongonyo kakhulu kubo Rafaela, ngoba nawubuka ukuthi usuka la uyahamba uyodlalisa ibhola udlazela 350 asesibekise ngemloso kwenhlangano utodlalisa kamanzini nje uthi phelela la mgwaqweni le mali akakhona kubuyela emuva. So kani some of our referees vele sebayasitakala ngalapho le liqiniso lithi referees manager usebenta parcel office la CEO we Football Association, but ke ngingasho lo ukuthi sisasebenzisana kahle ngaphandle kwala vele ke nanisebenta tiba khona lethi hibete kuhlenhambe ngilanda lapha nalapha, but lengingakusho ukuthi sisasebenzisana kahle. Sikholela ukuthi nangabe kune correspondence lekhona noma kuna any other thing lekhona iyasitshela le office la referees manager or le office la CEO lisitshele because i refereeing department under office la CEO ebholeni nekusho kongukuthi nangaloko ukuthi siborafela sonke sisekhaya linye siyakhona letinye tintfo kutikhulumisa nje sigcine sendlulile kito but officially and official documents ngicabanga ukuthi afuna aphume ehofisini la CEO because referees manager uvela ehofisini lakhe so nangabe kunento lesingayitholi kahle vele kulelo office la referees manager we go and report it to the CEO simtshele ukuthi yathi bantu abakhonga labasebenzisi kahle kanje because I referees committee phela I subcommittee football association which means nathi it's part of us because we are the football association therefore sinemuntu munye ke lo kufuna sonke asihlanganise lo CEO.
Yeah, couple of things mentioned by Spogunene, the chairman of Referees Association Master, when he started he mentioned RA, maybe to highlight for the viewer. By RA, he meant Referees Association. Now, he talked about e-referees committee, and he talked about referees manager. Now, Master, I think the viewer is that the referees manager under the Football Association, who takes charge in assigning referees ukuthi namuhla when uyakufika banibani ihide ndidlala neTambuti Iswati idlala neTabanguru. That's the job of referees manager. Nguye nangabe vele khona suspension yendekile, he's the one taking charge. He's the one who should then write to the association to say, you know what, such and such patient has been suspended. But the correspondence is that he hasn't received it, but the word is out there. Master would see they have been suspended. But in his office, he hasn't received anything. Master, maybe whoever comes in the office, this is the politic that needs to be sorted. 350 would see PLEFA and Referees Association. He touched on it. There should be a working balance.
Kumele ibe khona Fabrice buka njenyalo ukuthi ema games incumbi adlalwa inhlangano adlalwa emhluma adlalwa emayaluka nyalo sayidlala kalanga if laborafela incumbi bahlala babana manzini corridor lokusho silo umuntu uyagibela usuka la uyenhlangano awusebenzisa 70 emalangeni nakaya 70 emalangeni nakabuya kusala malini so ngicabanga ukuthi Fabrice asiyendeni le bhola yethu ibe professional kuze ukuthi le bhola yenziwe ibe professional ngulabamvu labasebenza yona le bhola ngihlale ngikhala kakhulu ngebaphathi ngema officials la hola kakhulu kwendlula labamvu labarana le bhola because ema referees awasebenze full time kube ngilomsebenzi wabo lokusebenza le bhola kude nalama mistakes ataba mancane kufana nalabo coach same like bo coach because nabo coach ngibo labamvu labanaka labadlali so letinvo leto udzinga ukuthi iFootball Association icikelele kakhulu kuze kutokonakala nalomkubo ukuthi bakhale bamvu ukuthi porafela bazidlisa beva ngathi bathathe imali emathimi bakhona labanye ke kwenteka lokho about 2 years ago ngeke sibasho boRafaela but kuke kwenteka labanye baphathi bema teams bahamba boRafaela bafike bathi sicela ukunikana imali naye and nalobo bufakazi lobo bukhona sinabo yabona but ke ngicaba ukuthi kuze letinvo lethu avoideke akuzame ukuthi laboRafaela bahola imali dlana lenkulu.
So much work, of course, to be done by the people coming in the office this coming Sunday. Whoever takes charge, he has a duty to do pertaining to this referees issue. But when he comes to office, he will need to know what is supposed to be done once he's president. He needs to know what is supposed to be done once he's working with people. Now, Linda Dlamini, our in-house analyst, took a visit to to Patrick Gunene, former Football Association president. Between 2001 and 2004, he was the actual FA president down there at Louvre. He took a drive there and have a conversation with him. We'll talk about this once we've listened to him. But it's the build-up to the upcoming elections this coming Sunday between the three giants who have been standing for the elections, being Mashumi Shongwe, Comfort Shongwe, and Peter Simela. Let's listen first to Patrick Gunene. Then when we return, Dlamini is here in the studio. He went there to give him a visit. He will tell us what he learned from that man and what did we get from him as a former president. Because there is a lot he said. Listen to Mr. Gunene.
Lolo tawukhetfwa
naloku akhethwa thina labanye singasi-satisfied ngoba lolu khetho lu-biased. Ngeke ibhola kaNgwane ibe nelukhetho lemalunga lang-8 at this day and age. We are talking full democratization la veni. Ngeke sikhulume idemocracy eveni kube kusena institutions lafana nebhola lanebanikati labang-8. So ngikubona mina ukuthi lo tawukhethwa kufuna ukuthi abuye kithi thina lesesayiphatha le bhola. Asisonzete angasesabi ngoba sasinema programs sonke kusuka lemuva kulaba labasaphila sebahambile labanye uNkulunkulu abalalise ngekuthula but basekhona labanye bantu. So lo tawukhethwa akefike kithi angeta kithi ngamunye angas-organizer futhi as a group to find out lokuthi thina sahamba kanjani lama hiccups lesabanawo yini lokuhle lesakwenda yini ayikathuthuki ibhola. Mina nje I'm proud to say kude lo mnyeme ngameli lo wasiwa defender somhlolo njengami ngesikhathi sama sizange isihlangu sesidliwe ngasomhlolo sasikhombitha futhi nangaphandle. Yayikuphi le mfihlo yayi ku partnerships. Sine senda taba ukuthi bosomabhizinisi bala kaNgwane bakholelwe ebholeni. Kulukhuni kuba ngumengameli webhola but kufuna ukuthi ucine ube nemgogodla tintfo lokufanele ukuthi utimele kube ngilokuthi ubeka emaswati embili. Kumcoka futhi ukuthi lelibandla lakho ube kanye nalo nivane ekusebenteni ungabi ngiyes man kuleli bandla batakonisa ngoba bakhona abantu labatawukhethwa kuleli committee le executive labangayeli kuyawuthuthukisa ibhola labayela tisutabo kulukhuni ke kusebenta nebantu betisu ngoba sonke isikhathi bafuna kwesutha ingachubeki le development lensinifuna kuyenza.
Former Football Association President Patrick Kunene, between 2001 and 2004, a couple of things he said. In his opinion, locate for biased. Only 8 members vote. By 8 members, he means the 4 regions, Hoho, Manzini, Serweni, and Rwonjeni. Then the 4 other members being Premier League, Women's Women Football, and then Referees Association, and Coaches Association. Those are the 8 members voting. He thinks it's unfair. He talked about a man with caliber. No yes men. Be strict, but be a man with other people, working hand with other people. You're the one who visited the man. You're the one who had a conversation with him. What did you get him? I like his the way he was proud. But Master, you went a conversation. This is your time. Master.
Yeah, former president, a very confident man. Now move kuluma waihola yona i-Football Association bososhilo from 2001 to 2000. Unfortunately, akayiqedanga ithemi yakhe wathi nasekuyato iqedza babe sesebamkhokha. In fact ikhokhwa kwakhe Fabrice kwabe semhlangano neTunisia. Asuhambe ngemhlangano as president we-FA. Yasala i-executive lebe ikhona ngaleso sikhathi yasala ngemuva ya discuss kuthi unene sesiyamkhokha ehhovisi washalwa licingo aseTunisia kuthi wena usesuye president wethu ungasede office salvela uhamba ngasekhaya waphuma kanjalo ke bholeni
whatever yena aseTunisia letindzaba
whatever aseTunisia letindzaba nakefika la eSwatini Matsapa airport already wakhanza abantu betindzaba kuthiwa hey socoshiwe wena so but kusengikhulume konke lokho Fabrice kunema ideas mhlambe kunetinvo lacaba ukuthi the next president angatenda lokufaka ikhathi ku improve ibhola kubantwana abancane sesikuvile vele lo lengicabanga ukuthi naloko it's not just ukuthi we need ibhola yebantwana abancane kudinga le strategy we need a proper league proper league yema under 10 proper league league letawudlala njalo hayi ukuthi build it uyafika once a year aphindze ahambe le tournament build it uyafika once a year ahambe there was this Champions League lebedlala njalo kuyileague vele thina besisuka la nkulele khona eJerusalem sihambe se Big Bend almost every weekend sihamba sodlala le Champions League so ngicabanga ukuthi nalo president lotawungena letinvo leto kudzinga ukuthi atinake kakhulu le development. Number 2 ukhulume nge-infrastructure ukuthi uyajabula ukuthi kuyabonakala imisebenzi nakuqala ngiyabonakala emkhuzweni naku nakhona kuyachubeka inhlangano kuvuliwe nakhona King Sobhuza Memorial Stadium but kunendzawo uthi enkweni liyaniwa iFootball Association ngalesa sikhathi lesa lendzawo lema hectares lamanengi lebekuthiwe itawunikwe iFootball Association nakhona yakhe icenter yakhona why enkweni usemkhatsini wamanzini nanhlangano so kulula for lama teams akamanzini kulula for ema teams asenhlangano ukuthi kube senkweni then kuhambe futhi ko developer naletinye tindzawo kunengela lakshilo Fabrice and lengutsandzeka kakhulu ukuthi uthi as a president awudzingi kuba ngesman because le plan yakho kusuke kunguwe lo utena le plan ukuthi mina as president ngidawenda nako bese labamfu labalaceleni kwakho bayakubonisa bayakululeka uyabona ebese ke wena as a president so uthatha le final stand ungabe nje ukuthi Fabrice uthi Thapelo uthi Taribo uthi Phathizo uthi but wena as a president
Ncanya at some point maybe he was a bit of a yes man ngiko maybe bamxosha ngiyabhekisa but he won't take us an offense
yes mhlambe nangabe bekunjalo kuye ufunzile because you learn by your mistakes Fabrice so ngicabanga ukuthi dinenge letinvo and lokunye ke Fabrice nasesikhuluma nje off the record because kutsenga kusiletinye into bese soyakhuluma ubese soyangibalela ukuthi kulaba ma candidates lamathathu lonu kanjani lengicabanga ukuthi bonke ubabalile siyathi ukuthi mashumi ukhulume kakhulu ngedevelopment wakhuluma comfort ngaho sibonile ukuthi ube na junior league waba nema sponsors wakhuluma ngaSamora Peter Smelane ungisoma business udlalile ibhola naye so ngicabanga ukuthi bonke labamvula but ngibengifuna ukugcizelela Fabrice ukuthi ngamuva ku manifesto yakhe yena Peter Smelane akhuluma ngithi utawulanza ama former players bake bahlale phansi ama legends kuke kube ne sports indaba for the past 8 years ngikhuluma nge-sports indaba we need i-sports indaba sike sihlale phansi nama legends kukhulunywe ukuthi ama legend wona acabangani ngebhola yakithi singayithuthukisa kanjani how can we develop ema players then lama legends lawo nakusukwa lapho ayothathwa lama legends anthi sekwakhiwe lama academies nangabe eshiselweni kunema academies lang 4 noma lang 5 athathwe ama legends lang 5 ahambe ayohlala enhlangano asebenze full time asebenza lo msebenzi wokudevelop kanjalo trust nje kulo 4 ma regions sina 5 10 15 20 ma academies.
Master Nyaguv, I agree with you. Building up to this big occasion coming, let's give them the respect, the 3 candidates, Samora Peter Smelane, Mashumi Shongo, and Comfort Shongo, Master. Because whoever comes into the office, Master, is for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
But I have a question of which, if you remember well, I raised the same concern during the Q&A with the media to say, Master, at this point in time, all those things, you can't do them directly. When you step into the office, what is the direct? What's urgent right now for Emaswat? Ndakubekisela Master. Siyakukosafanyalo next month.
Yes.
I-research nasuyibuka kahle ukuthi lesihlangu lesahamba ku-2019, lesihlangu sahamba ku-2020, 2020 bekude. Nasihamba ku-2021. Nawubuka isquad ungakhanza ukuthi kuna 8 players labacala 2019 bacala 2020 baphinda bacala 2018 2021 so sikhulumela ibasic lengashinji utsinzinza be development. Master, coming to the office, what is the quick fix? Khona nabo bathi quick fix sikhanza inkinga seyelungisa nyalo lothangena office master wena nje ngemuntu ohlala isikhathi lesitsi ebholeni umuntu otangena office nyalo sifuna sendele in quickly ngiyakuva la kwa women football ngiyakuva la kwa referees association ngiyakuva la kwa coach ngiyakuva la kwa ma stadium everything sidzinga yini directly nyalo ungena office Monday morning utawanga president omusha sifuna ukuthi by December I progress ichalile. What is the immediate kuwe master nawubuka?
Fabrice ngicabanga lokhu immediate I senior national team lokufaka ikhathi bobabe lokufaka ikhathi bomake because I hate the mentality cabanga ukuthi I senior national team besihlangu kuphela kanti phela sikhona nesithebe akungabi nemkhathi ukuthi le women football isalela phansi lengicabanga ukuthi ku manifesto sekuthi sengikhuluma ngaSamora but ku manifesto yakhe uthi kule senior national team 20 nangabe kubitwe 30 18 ngilala badzala bese sekuthi the rest kulanva abantu laba below 20 lengihlale ngikusho ngeke ngakusho even last month nakhethwa sihlangu sekunikade ukuthi why sichubeka sihamba with the same team kanti bakhona abadlali abakhulayo mina ngiva ngathi vele lekumele ukuthi mina nje kubami kule national team kube kuthiwa bekungimi ngithathe 6 kulaba over 25 then the rest under 20 strictly
ube ne agenda
ngibe ngathi ukuthi ku 2 years ku 3 years ku 4 years ku 5 years ngabe ngiachieve in siqala la COSAF bahamba bayafunza look at level njenge South Africa South Africa ngesikhathi siluza 2016 COSAF bebahambisa ama under 23
Nyalo ngenteka bende njalo
nanyalo ngenteka bende njalo so yes bona ku senior national team vele aba perform kahle but ngicabanga ukuthi kubona le plan ikhona la enhloko kubo so nathi asesibe nayo le plan ukuthi kahle kahle sifuna ini number 2 sidlala yipi ibhola thine as level laseSwatini
Master Saivala ke lenzaba ngoba utsinze Peter Samora Simelane ngoba master nesikhuluma ngalukhetho for at some point fune singathi khanze vele sivela umuntu omunye ngoba
bangtri
kunemuntu angabukela ukuthi hawu Simelane namuvetera team fataka nga uthi mashroom mishongo siyabonga uhulumende lemvula yendile emaphoyisa kuma forces yes police I mean UEDF and correctional they are referred to Buffalo to Leopards and Green Mamba ukuthi abasithe banema facility na transport asambe simbongele uhulumende ukuthi maye siyabonga kulo umsebenzi osendele kona but singacela ukuthi nalamanye ama teams salu yasitha kanjalo uthini ngoba nangabuthi wena master sidlala iphibhola because our national team nyalo 7 to 6 players no offense to the forces but kama kuna forces
Fabrice again baqhamuka lapho njoba usho ukuthi washo mashumi ukuthi vele kutawudzinga ukuthi bahambe bayobonga kuhulumende ukuthi uhulumende wethu uyawasita ema teams and ngiyocishila ngathi semi professional la khombisa kuba professional because ayajima ane facility yawo cishe nje tindvo tabo tiyabonakala which is fine but ngithi mina akusuke labaphathi bebhola baphathi bebhola babuke leti inkampani letikhona la kithi sinemagesi sina water sinabo SPTC emhlume beba 19 lengicabanga ukuthi labaphathi bebhola bahambe ngale plan bathi sicela ukuthi nisithathele nama teams ethu babe bantwana benu but naloko kudzinga ukuthi labaphathi balama teams bakuvume because itabe sesekubuya naka afike isinye elder ithi no ngeke thina sikwende lokho ukhuluma ngama manifesto uyabuya comfort
yabonga ukuthi umtsinze ngoba wonke sibone batsinze
athi comfort thine yena imanifesto yakhe ku manifesto yakhe ubona ukuthi akusekhanjwe kiwe kuleti inkampani eBhunya bekukhona stadium besikhona akubuyelwe lapho emhlume mayaluka akubuyelwe lapho sithi sicela kupartnerisha nani sivuse lamaspeaker site vele facility kuvuse le facility leyo ibuye isebende kahle so ngicabanga ukuthi bonke lama candidates now whoever kukhona la takwendela ibhola but sengishilo mina ukuthi sidzinga umuntu webhola lotaba dedicated ebholeni.
One quick question. No, you don't have to explain so much, mas. Ungasitshela igama. Khona lo naye wena enhlithweni yakho ukuthi ufise ukuthi bangamkhetha. Ungasitshela igama, yes. Then Monday when you come here, I would say, Master, you'll be honest.
Angavumi Fabrice, ungangivumisi ngengane.
Okay. Cha ngicela ke usitshele ukuthi ude noma unaye.
Fabrice, unfortunately it's unfortunate lothi ngingachazi but ngidawuchaza ukuthi cishe
yes quickly in the interest of time 30 seconds
uma ngitrela ama candidates ngiyawathi imsebenzi yawo ngibonile having said that mina ngidzinga umuntu webhola.
Okay, so ligama likhona enhlithweni singabuya in Monday sithi Master yes or no uthola umuntu obomfuna ungangitshela yini ngeqiniso Master ukuthi akusolo ngibemfuna noma
yes Fabrice, you know me I'm one guy lo khuluma into without fear or favor. Even now ngasho mina ukuthi kulabani labavotako because some of them already bayathi sibavotela bani ngike ngasonzela kubo ngayeva ukuthi bathi batawuvotela bani I already know.
So liphekiwe ke lokhethu.
No alikaphekwa Fabrice now wena uyelikhethweni usuka wathi uyovotela bani even way before because lokukhankasa usuke sowatona ukuthi nikiwa kokhankasa nje usuke sowatona uyovotela bani.
Sine Master umsebenzi wethu sesiwendele studio sivethile ukuthi comfort shongwe utsiteni kule manifesto yakhe mashumi shongwe utsiteni ku manifesto yakhe utsini Peter Samora Similan come Sunday the elections will be held here in the Kingdom of Eswatini and by Monday by the evening by the by 5 p.m. afternoon you will know who is our next Football Association president for the next 4 years. Me and Master siyavumelana ukuthi the immediacy lokumchwa kwanyalo fine stadiums tabakhona sa 30,000 capacity at some point. Kutabakhona improvement yabo make bo coach, but the immediacy is the performance of Sihlangu Semnigate. Come Sunday, we know who is the president. Now, moving along, we have to touch quickly at the at the 2020 Euro tournament that is taking place across Europe. Master, so far singasho we've got Italy, Wales. Sebaqhubekile kumala 16. Namuhla we should also have 2 teams in Group C and Group B and Group C. So far, Master, boyikatsile in Italy ukuthi ngakwenda involendekile. So far in 3 games they haven't conceded. Now buki performance yabo. Mancini being Mancini, he has delivered.
Fabrice, I'm happy in Italy because Italy over the years in fact bona vele babang labanye bonsondozima bebola ma giants football in European football bengakagathi na prior before the tournament le bengakagathi ukuthi Italy ngafika idlale kahle ngale ndlala idlale ngayo but here they are they are yet to concede a goal kuma group stages. In fact, Italy ayika concede goal 11 games in a row. So Mancini ngicabanga ukuthi tinvula tendile itolo sibonile andalishintsho ku Gianluigi Donnarumma faka goalkeeper lo reserve kube nezathu lapho walimala Mancini in 1990 World Cup wahamba waya World Cup wafike wangadlali so uva ngathi every player in fact Italy sayisebenzise 19 kubadlali abang20 lete nabo kuma Euro 2020 bana 9 points 3/3 so far kule group yabo balanzelwa iWales nayo itolo idlalele but i-team lengivele ebhlungu Fabrice iSwitzerland because itolo badlale kahle kakhulu against Turkey Shaqiri was scored 2 beautiful goals ngibavele ebhlungu I hope a best team but they fall.
We'll talk about of course the things that are getting heated in some of the group like Group F. We'll also at some point if it is possible just take a look at some of the visuals of the games that have played. Group F, Master, there was a shock game 4-2 between Germany and Portugal and the picture that singasho ukuthi banenge they were not confirming what each German can do what they did. Are they growing? Are they reviving themselves as the tournament grows? Komange ma Germans machine.
Yeah, game iqala nabadlala neFrance besicoca sinani la, and you guys were saying in fact parties were said ngenteka iGermany shaya amagoli kuFrance lamaneng, and ngasho ngathi not against France but ngenteka bawashaya against Portugal because iPortugal bane cream but now buka ukuthi ibackline yabo ina Pepe is 38 this year. Yes, Ruben Dias is a good player, defender of the season in EPL, but ngicabanga ukuthi banawo lama loopholes. But ngala kuGermany badlala even against France, babuya against Germany from the get go nje bobabona ukuthi bafuna kuwina vele yo Napri yo Thomas Muller, so ngicabanga ukuthi banayo le cream, and the coach, this is his last tournament as a head coach with Germany since 2006. So ngicabanga ukuthi ufuna ukucetha le tournament lona on a high, so nabo bane chance le nengakhulu. Yes, France ina 4 points, but Germany itendele I favor ukuthi ishaye Portugal because le group le ngicabanga ukuthi akapheli lutho because what if Hungary is surprise yona Germany kulast game iwina iba na 4 points.
Laba badlala
draw. So ngicabanga le group level bekungiyo I group of death because ngibala bengacaba ukuthi iFrance ngathola I draw against Hungary.
France coming to the tournament, they have won the World Cup. Germany, they are Germany. We all know Portugal, they are defending champions. Hungary, they have got the home advantage. Puskás Arena Stadium is always packed.
Full capacity.
Yes.
Puskás Arena in Hungary, in Budapest. Stadium uvumile hulumende wakhona ukuthi sigcwale stadium sakhona and bantu dinombolo diyagcwala. So ngicabanga ukuthi against France vele le spirit besetulu kakhulu. Ngingako ngithi ngenteka asadi ngenteka iHungary surprise yona iGerman, but njoba ngisho ukuthi le group le beyimnanzi kakhulu njoba usho ukuthi France ma defending ma world champions, Portugal defending champions ale tournament le, Germany 2014 World Cup, Hungary njoba usho ukuthi badlalela one of legend ye Real Madrid Puskás. So ngicabanga ukuthi bonke bane history yabo.
Quickly, one question before I let you go, Master. Time is against us. Group D, Scotland, England, Czech Republic and Croatia. What's your take on that? England also in hot water. They need to meet tomorrow. The Czech Republic, do they have a chance to win? What's happening in that group? On your take.
England ngicabanga yadlala neScotland badraw bevele bekuyigame lebe tough but for England ngicabanga ukuthi bona benda if batendele favor ukuthi bawine ku first game against Croatia, so kulast game bangathola ukuthi mhlambe sebayithola lo 1-0 win baqhubeke kule group. Otherwise nayo le group lena be tough kakhulu Fabrice. Czech Republic nayo angeke uzuyithathele pass bese sekuba ngeso Scotland. I was very very impressed ngaso against yona England because bobona lo sibadlala more especially their captain Robertson na Tierney bese kuba McTominay. So ngicabanga ukuthi nabo banayo le team.
All right, looking at some of the actions, of course, that took place today. If I'm to look at the results, Ukraine, Austria, the game, of course, full time was 1-0. Austria, of course, going ahead. The games that are currently playing, halftime, it is Russia, Denmark. Denmark is leading 1-0 against Russia. Belgium still held by Finland. So far, it's 0-0. Now, tomorrow, the story continues here, Master. I wanted to say something. Tomorrow, the story continues here, live on Eswatini TV. We're going to bring you one of the biggest games as well, once again. That's what we do
Wednesday.
On Wednesday?
Yes.
Oh, it's not tomorrow, Tuesday. It's Wednesday.
Yes.
It's the excitement that comes with it. It's the excitement. It's Wednesday. It's live here. He has corrected him. It's allowed. It's Wednesday. It's live here. It is France against Portugal. We're going to bring it to you live here. We'll be on air from 8 p.m. I'll be in the company of Linda Dlamini and Subsiso Spogo Dlamini. Don't go anywhere because Thursday then there's Temidlalo where we also catch up with the activities in the local football. Premier League, where is it heading this year? Leopards seem to be doing things right. What's wrong with Buffaloes? There is the derby this weekend. Mbabane Swallows and Mbabane Highlanders. It is just beautiful. Goodbye, Master.
Kubonga mina Fabrice sibonana kusanjoba so shothi game one of the game of the tournament France Portugal emagoli I see goals.
Nothing much to add on. He's one of the men that we rely on in the studio here with analysis, expertise, and other stuff pertaining to sporting activities. Otherwise, me, you, and the entire crew. Let's meet Wednesday once again at 8 p.m. when we bring you live the major game between France and Portugal, live here on Eswatini TV. Silvana Kamnanzi.